Shit, that was 2 years ago.
Word.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That was 2 years ago, man.
Wow.
This man came up here, whether it was, I don't know if we talked on Gunsmoke, did we?
No,
we didn't talk on that.
This was about 7 shots.
7 shots. Let me say something, man. 38 Spesh is in the room with us today. Give this man a big round of applause, man. We just had Graf here, talked about his album. And you cannot talk about his album, God's Timing, without talking about 38 Spesh. As a producer, as a visionary, the cohesiveness that brought that great project together. He doesn't just do it for Graf, he does it for others as well as himself. When he came up here, that conversation we had 2 years ago, we got to know each other a lot better. People got to know him a lot better, at least in our audience. But that freestyle that we just played, yo, that thing probably went quadruple, I don't know, what is quadruple diamond as much as this shit circulates and people rip it and you see it all over the world right now, man.
Right.
You see that freestyle all over the world, bro.
Right, bro. Right.
Yo.
Yeah, man.
People come up to me all the time, man. You know, I be around a lot of dope MCs, but they bring that up, man. I'm happy for you and I'm proud of you, man. And he's here to talk about his new project, Mother and Gun. Give it up for the one and only 38 Spesh.
38
Spesh.
Welcome back.
Appreciate y'all having me, man.
Yo, you haven't stopped working since we saw you last, man.
Nah, I haven't.
Did this visit give you some fuel, extra fuel for your career at all?
Of course, man.
You know?
Oh, yeah, man. You know, it was a spark after I came up here and tore it down, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got to see what I could do.
Right.
You know, a lot of people was sleeping on me. They ain't really know, like, I was a ball god. You know, now they see, now they doing their research and seeing, like, oh, this is what he does.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that.
Nah,
you know
it's
what I'm
all
saying,
love, man. Nah,
Right.
I talk about you a lot, like in a good way, obviously, because I have a lot of conversations about MCs. What I like, Spesh, is when people come here or any platform, whether it's on the radar, Just Incredible, or whoever you want to sit down with, might be Math Hoffa, it might be Nori and these guys, or Wallow, or whoever you might sit down with, Gilly. Once you do it, what do you do with the energy?
Right.
Some folks, they want to come up here and get that moment. I want you to come up here, get that moment, and transfer it into other moments, right? How has that happen? How does that happen when you get the moment and you're able to make the moment grow? In what ways are you supposed to? What are some of the things you're supposed to do as an artist to make the moment grow?
Well, man, to be honest with you, man, it's just about staying hungry. You know, you got to act like the moment never existed. A lot of people like to live in a moment, you know what I'm saying, drowned in the moment. You know, you got to stay hungry, act like it never existed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, don't feel like you achieved anything, you know what I'm saying, like the job is done. You got to keep going. So that's my main thing. I just stay hungry, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what, I'm just waking up to get the job done. You know what I'm saying?
Waking up to get the job done. We played this song, Underestimated. Is that indicative of how you feel people viewed you?
Of course, man. You know, I've been very underestimated, man, due to a lot of different reasons, you know, particularly coming from a place where there's no opportunity, Rochester, New York. Shout out to Rochester, New York.
Rochester, y'all up now, though.
Yeah. We up now. We in the building. 585, we in the building now. You know, they got to put some respect on our shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't know that it was monsters up there that could get busy like this. And, you know, with you being from a place that they never heard of and a place that don't got no major football teams, no major sports teams, really no opportunity and shit, you know, you get underestimated. You know, they don't know that you're a giant, you know what I'm saying? And I had to show and prove, you know, coming from a small town, but you put me next to any spitter, my presence gonna be felt.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that shit, man. Talk that shit, Spesh. Let's
Who
go.
is the young lady, the song that we were playing, who's the young lady on that?
That's Shay Nor. Shout out to Shay Nor.
I love her.
Yes.
Like, I really hope that we have an opportunity to get her up here. I've been supporting her since I heard her with, like, Griselda and just with different people, but I've never met her before. Sis, I love you. Like, wherever you are, whoever you are, please come down and sit with us. You deserve your flowers, like, for
She
real.
the truth, man.
She just,
She's
it's
the
that
truth.
raw energy the minute she opens her mouth, like,
Definitely.
and I could feel it, and I know I know that feeling when I hear it. Like, I just know it. And I keep hearing the same name, but I'm like, when's she coming here?
She been on, when we did the pandemic, she came and did the Overtime series for us when we made that platform.
In a different studio. Right. Studio.
Yeah, so we had her on Overtime. You can actually find that freestyle on Sway's Universe, or just look it up, look for it.
Right.
Fucking incredible.
She's amazing.
Man, I love her, and I just need her to know this.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, she's amazing. Shout out to Shay Noah, man. One of the best writers that I came across. You know what I'm saying?
She
like,
produced too?
Yeah, she produces too.
Right?
Yeah, she produces too, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's like my little sister, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, man, she's a monster.
Where's she from?
She's from Buffalo.
From Buffalo.
Okay.
Definitely.
So that's the Griselda.
Yeah.
That's where I heard.
Yeah.
That's what I love, because when you were talking about feeling underestimated because people overlook Rochester, right?
Right.
Folks make New York City synonymous with New York State, and there's been so much pride around the boroughs of New York, particularly in hip hop. When I just got back from a trip upstate New York, I say, yo, I'm claiming the entire state. I grew up in Rockland. I currently live in Brooklyn, but going up into the Catskills and goes even further than that, like, it makes me wonder, in your opinion, Spesh, do you feel like New York would have an even stronger presence within hip-hop if the entire state really galvanized?
Of course. You know, see, people don't realize, you know, that it's a lot of stories that never been heard in these small cities. A lot of talent that never get no light of day in these small cities. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's a lot of pain up there. It's a lot of stories that you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got a lot to talk about, but it's no opportunity. So, you know, if the whole state was to embrace, you know, each other, like, we'd be so much stronger. You know what I'm saying? So much.
38 Specials here, 888-742-3345. Why you call your project Mother and Gun?
Hey, man, you know, two different reasons.
Man.
So check
Number
it.
one
Now,
question.
listen, like, you know, hey, R.I.P. to my mother. I really dedicated this to my mother, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's a conceptual album, very soulful. And, you know, instead of Mother and Son, with me being 38 Spesh, it's Mother and Gun. You know
Mother
what I'm saying?
and Gun. Oh.
Yeah, Mother
Perfect.
and Gun. You know what I'm saying? And,
I got that as soon as I.
Yeah,
You heard that, Eddie?
No, this is self-explanatory, homie.
So, you know, y'all dig into that album. Like I said, it's a conceptual album, man. You put the first song on and you be able to play it all the way to the last and close your eyes and be able to see a film. Now, speaking of that, I got a whole film that's coming along with it. In this film, I got Method Man. Shout out to Method Man.
Okay.
Shout out to Meth.
Havoc. Shout out to Havoc.
You got some
Absolutely.
acting?
Definitely.
Wow.
Definitely.
How you get Method Man? He's one of the hottest actors in Hollywood right now.
Hey, man, lyricists respect lyricists, man.
Word.
Method Man's on the album as
Beautiful.
well. Make sure y'all go and
Word.
get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got Method there. I got Havoc from Mobb Deep. Shout out to Havoc.
Uh-huh.
I got
just here the
Lloyd
other
Banks
day.
in there. Shout out to Lloyd
Lloyd.
Yo,
Banks.
I had
You know
a
what
whole
mean?
conversation about Lloyd Banks at this event I was at last night.
Right.
Yeah.
I even got the OG Marley Marl in there, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, y'all make sure y'all come check this out. It's dropping September 13th. I'm having a premiere for it on the 4th, so you definitely invited.
Thank
we'll
you,
be at
man.
the Angelica Theater. You know, y'all make sure y'all, you know,
Nice.
tap in, man. You know.
Where will it be available, and what's the
It's
title?
gonna be available on my website, The Trust Station, and the name of it is Mother and Gun, the
Okay,
movie.
gotcha.
know what I'm
Mother
saying?
and Gun, the movie.
Yeah, definitely.
I
man.
love
the
what you
trailer's
doing.
on my Instagram right now. Y'all check it out. It look like, you know, straight Hollywood. This big budget shit too. This ain't no
Wow.
you know, running around with no camcorders. You see, we walking in here with
You
the
got
big Aries
filmmakers,
and all
not
that.
just
Yeah.
videographers.
Yeah,
Wow.
definitely.
And self-funded?
Oh yeah, self-funded, definitely self-funded.
And don't think Sway's a no-show. We're actually broadcasting from California during that week, so we're not here. So
Okay, that's good
He
to
said
know.
he coming, but he never know his
Okay,
schedule.
that's
You're in
good to know.
California.
What
now.
day?
That's good to know.
September the 4th.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
Okay,
thinking,
that's
my
good to
bad.
know. It's
my
all
bad.
good.
My energy was
But,
right.
you know, listen,
No,
man.
just so he don't think you flaked.
Okay.
Right, that's good to know. I appreciate that. I
Yo,
appreciate that.
Special look at me
Got you.
crazy. I already
Yeah.
can tell
He's
that,
coming,
right?
homie.
You know what I mean?
Special just looked at me
Yeah.
earlier crazy. Like, I was like, all right, Special, I got you. I got to
Right.
respect it.
I appreciate you,
No,
man.
it's all love, man. So you've always had a bigger dream, and I remember some of the conversations early on, even early on, supporting a lot of the Griselda folks and the local artists in your area. Is this a part of the bigger dream, like the film company?
Nah, definitely. I always wanted to get into film and shit. Like, a lot of people don't know, like, back when I was like 19, I had auditioned for the movie Freedom Riders back in the day with
did
Hilary
you?
Swank and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That had like sparked me up to wanting to get in the film and wanting to act and shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though I didn't get the role, you know, I had to go back to the streets, but I was on the block with big dreams. Like, man, you know, I want to get in front of the camera and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that always been something I wanted to do. I just was waiting until I was able to finance it myself.
How did you get the audition?
So shout out to Green Lantern. This back when Green Lantern was, with, you know, Green Lantern. This back when Green Lantern was signed to Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons actually hooked it up for me and shit through Green. And I thought that I was gonna get the role. I damn near got promised the role, but I ain't know I had auditioned for the same role that Mario auditioned. And Mario, you know, they
the singer Mario.
The singer Mario. So you know, he got the role. If I would have picked a different part, I would have gotten the movie. But you know, my life would have turned out different. I wouldn't be this person I am right now. I had to go through everything. I had to go through to gain the knowledge that I got to, you know, dominate what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, it's learning. You learn from it, right?
Definitely.
And then you made something from it. Do you remember any of the lines you had to audition with?
Oh man, I used to remember the whole script by heart. Not no more, man. I done wrote too many. I done wrote too many raps since then, man.
I done wrote too many raps.
I done wrote too many raps.
I know you remember a little, man. Come on, you don't remember none of the shit they had.
I don't remember none of that shit, man. I had to forget that shit. As soon as I ain't get the role, I forgot about
to
that
put
whole
it behind.
shit. I said, that
He
ain't
didn't
even
live in
never
the
happened.
moment. You didn't live in that moment.
I had to go right back to the block. Shit.
What's been your favorite thing that you've accomplished in the business so far?
Oh man, it's honestly the favorite thing that I take pride in the most is the people that I was able to give knowledge to and see that they able to actually be self-sufficient.
Ooh.
Like that's what I take pride of, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and you know, that's the best thing for me to be able to just pass knowledge down and see people be able to take care of their families off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's
beautiful leadership.
Shit, man. I'm Spesh. I'm about to be one of your followers.
Yeah,
like,
man,
like I'm in your cult, the 38 Spesh cult. You got a song called Sacrifice.
Definitely.
On this project that I really got into. Can you talk about that song? And sacrifice.
Yeah, man. You know, it's all about making sacrifices, man. Shout out to Street Runner. You know, Street Runner produced that. You know what I'm saying? I got my homie Clem Rashad on the hook. And, you know, that I said, you know, man, I'm really just reflecting on life, man. Everything is just me, you know, looking back at, you know, the mistakes I made and learning from it. And, you know, making sacrifices played a major part of where I'm at right now. So, you know, that's why I had to title that.
Can you give me the reason why I asked this, because there's somebody listening to your story, right? And that's going to be able to identify with it, relate to it. They might have some similarities. And I always talk about that, too, off mic when folks come up to me about what is it like, how did you get here? I always bring up the word sacrifice.
Right.
You know, to get to your dream, there's other things you ain't going to be able to participate in.
Agreed.
Things going to pass you up.
Agreed.
You're going to lose some shit, whether it's, you know, items or friends, right?
Agreed.
Can you give an example, like a specific example of a sacrifice you had to make to be here?
Well, you know, you know what I'm saying? Before I started making money off of music, you know, I had my hands in a bunch of, you know, street shit. When I decided about 5-6 years ago to take music serious, I decided to just walk away from everything that was going on. Everything that was going on, and I wasn't in the best position financially. I just decided I'm going to put all of my energy into this music. Every piece of energy that I got, and I actually made that sacrifice and was able to actually take care of myself from it.
Wow.
And ain't looked back since.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
so that's like
way more money.
Way more money.
Ain't that crazy?
Way more money.
That's the shit.
You
We
know
be
what I'm
hustling
saying?
backwards. Don't
Yeah.
even know
It's the
it.
same thing we were saying in the graph, though, but you have way more peace. Like,
Yeah.
even though it feel like it's taking long and sometimes it is ups and downs, it's just that peace of mind. Like, I'm going after what I know that's in my spirit and in my heart when I'm here on purpose to do. And it's lonely sometimes. It's very lonely. And sometimes you don't even have the words to express to the closest people around you what you're doing or what you're trying to do, because they may not even understand it. And you got to hold that in.
Yeah.
So you fighting with that. I don't call it a demon, but you fighting with that energy sometimes too. It could be a very lonely place, and only a certain people come out on the other side of that.
Wow.
True.
You ever felt lonely during this process? Like you was on your own?
Of course, man. You know, you build a lifestyle around the environment, and that becomes all you know. And when you stray away from it, everybody that you grew up with is still stuck there. You definitely be lonely. you have to start making new friends and new associates and actually new activities, new hobbies, and just a whole new mindset. I change everything.
Facts.
Down to the diet. You know what I'm saying?
Down to the diet.
Yeah, down to the diet.
What did you get rid of in your diet?
Oh, man, I got rid of all the things that I felt was weighing me down, like the red meat, you know what I'm saying? I even stopped eating chicken, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And, you know, I fast a lot, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I understand what I put in my body affect the way that I think. And a lot of people don't know, like, I make my music in a fasted state when there's nothing in my stomach, you know what I'm saying? Because it dedicate all the energy to my brain. Your stomach is your second brain. As soon as that start working, my other brain slows down. So, you know, I do all my thinking and most of my decision making in a fasted state, you know what I'm saying? So I try not to eat until I eat later in the day. Probably try to eat 1 meal a day, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I fall off sometimes. You know, I got temptation. I ain't perfect, but
That
I
explains.
understand my body and shit
Word.
and my mind, you know what I mean? So, you know, and that's the stuff I'm able to pay attention to when I'm outside of the environment that I came up in.
Shit, 38 Spesh, man. Shit, I'm trying to get down to 1 meal a
No,
day.
but he knows.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, that's crazy about it. He knows. You know that works for you.
Right.
Exactly.
Everybody has to
Body's
find
different.
when
What
you
works for
tapped
them.
in. That's it.
Once you learn your body, then you're going to understand your formula.
Yo, your evolution is quite admirable.
Yeah.
From man to man, from person to person,
I
brother.
appreciate
yeah,
that, brother.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Word up.
I recognize
Beautiful.
it, and I hear in your language that it's genuine, right?
Appreciate that.
And so, with that, man, congratulations. I want to say that to you. And are we going to make the documentary? Is that why this camera here?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Y'all making a documentary. Yeah, y'all definitely. All of
Guns
y'all.
right
Yeah.
there. I didn't even realize. That's the big gun.
Wait, look,
yeah.
you have my permission to use my likeness and image in this documentary.
Appreciate that.
Okay, so go for it. You know, do what you got to do. Don't use no crazy pictures of me. Make sure I look good. You guys cool with that?
We cool.
I'm a billionaire. I'm gonna talk to you on the side, Spesh.
Okay,
See what's
we
good.
talk
You know
on
what
the
I'm
side.
saying? It's
We
different
talk on
over
the
here,
side.
Jersey.
Right.
Hey, can I make a request though that I don't know what the doc is going to be, but that 2022 freestyle should be a part of it.
Oh, yeah, we going to make that part
Put
of
that
it. We
in
gotta
there.
Put that in there.
And you
'Cause
got-
that changed things for me, man. I ain't going to lie,
Yeah.
man. That was a monster freestyle.
Come on, bro.
You know what I mean?
And, yeah.
I'm coming back up here with some balls. You hear me?
No, don't worry
Coming
about
back
it.
up here
We
with some
talking
balls
today.
for you. I
You-
believe
Let me
that.
tell you something. You dropped bars today in your conversation.
Yeah, you
True.
needed.
Come on,
Appreciate
homie.
that.
You
That
did
needed to be cleared.
Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
like a
Yeah.
hyena.
Appreciate that.
All right, we're going to end the show with Sacrifice. Spesh, thank
Yo,
you for making
appreciate
it
it,
live,
bro.
brother.
Definitely,
I appreciate
my brother.
you, man.
Definitely.
Okay, all right.